Hey everybody, Dirty Dan here at Greasy Boy Customs. Today we're going to be putting this ARCCAPTAIN 50 amp plasma cutter through the paces. Now they were kind enough to send this to me to try it out, and I'm really hoping that this turns out to be a great budget-friendly plasma cutter. As some of you may already know, plasma cutters can get very expensive, but they are a fantastic tool to have in the shop. So we're going to go ahead and unbox it, show you what's included real quick, get it hooked up, and get it working on this steel, and let's see what it can do. You're going to get a torch head with the lead set. Looks like it also comes with some consumables. That's great. This is your ground lead. And this hose, we're going to talk about this a little bit more. This is supposed to be your air supply hose. This is the unit right here, super compact. It also comes with your plug. This is dual voltage. This will do both. A carrying strap in case you really feel the need to carry this around. As you can see here, this is your built-in regulator. You've got a gauge on this side to show your pressure. You've even got a little drain on the bottom, which is great. However, this piece right here is designed for that clear hose to go on like so. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but most of you don't have a clear hose hooked to an air compressor with hose clamps. You have air fittings. So I made up something to work for now. This is a ball valve with my air fitting and another barb, so we're just going to put it like so and attach it with a piece of hose in between for now. Now here you go. This is your lead set for the torch. Air, electric. That's your ground. Easy setup, right? You have your readout here. It already is registering that we're plugged into 110. You can increase the amperage this way. And there you go. Now let's get started. Not bad so far. I'm honestly pretty impressed. So we cut through 18 gauge, 16 gauge steel. Then we moved up to 3/16, some 3/16 stainless, some 1/4 inch. And then we decided we stacked two pieces of 3/16 together, which 3/16 plus 3/16, 6/16, 3/8, 3/8, right? I think I mathed right on that one. That's a little bit thicker than this really can handle. Now that was nice clean steel with a good clean ground, which does affect things. So it did cut, but you would have to go really, really slow to do 3/8. But how often are you cutting 3/8? Especially if you're working on cars and doing light fabrication, not very often you're going to have to cut through 3/8 steel. So I would say on the 110 setting, I would probably not exceed 1/8 inch with that. And on your 220 setting, you'd probably be good around 5/16. There's one other thing you need to keep in mind when you're setting this up as well. Now, I am no household electrician, so I'm sure somebody can explain this better than I can, but I'll do my best. The longer the extension cord you have it plugged into, the bigger problems you're going to have. Because for every foot of length you're adding to that extension cord, you're really dropping how much amperage that extension cord can handle. You also need to pay attention to how many amps your circuits are. If you're in a garage or a house, you might have 15 or 20 amp breakers for your 110. Keep that in mind. You don't want to push it to the limit. Honestly, if it was me, if you have access to 220 and you can hook it up easy enough, just put it on 220. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up and handle the pros and cons now that we've put it through the paces. The leads. This is the positive lead. This is a pretty beefy lead. It's got a nice protective sheeting on it, good length. I can go all the way back to that wall back there. I'm not going to though. because then you're going to see the bald spot on the back of my head that makes me look like Friar Tuck, and I'm a little self-conscious about it. So we're going to move on to the ground cable. The ground cable, maybe 4 gauge, I would say. Pretty beefy. The clamp is just fine, works great. These never got warm while I was operating it. The unit is lightweight, it's compact. The display is easy to read and easy to operate. You only have 2 buttons and a knob. It's pretty simple. The cons, the only real con I come up with is this whole air hose thing here. I could not get that fitting out of that regulator without breaking something, so we did our setup with the ball valve. Not my favorite thing in the world. I really wish they would just make that a 1/4 inch pipe thread fitting so you could just put your own air fitting in there. But, you know, for the price point, can't really complain too much. At less than $200 on sale, that's really not bad at all. The unit did what it was supposed to do. Struggled a little bit on the 3/8, but not terrible. It wasn't a super clean cut, but it did cut through it. So I would say this unit is great for 5/16 or smaller, which honestly, you're probably not going to need much more than that in most cases. So if you're interested in this, I'll have a link below you can go check out. You can also go to my bio or look at the description, and there'll be a link for a discount code. If you have any questions, feel free to drop comments below. And until next time, happy hot rodding.